Here we go. Starting the day, of course, every day. Check this out. 4 a.m. I don't know if you see the time, but anyways, start off with my cup of tea. It's a good way to start instead of coffee. Man, this stuff makes you feel great. You get rid of all that, the toxins that are built up inside you. There's other things that are toxic to you, as well. So your psychological standpoint, your mentality. Those things are toxic to you as well. It feeds into your day. You got to look at all things that could be toxic to you. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily mean that drugs or alcohol are toxic to you. What it means is that, say, I feed into a negative comment, right? I'm allowing what I consider negative fire to burn. Negative fire creates negative fire, right? If I said something like, you're an asshole, right? Even if it was in a in a metaphorical way, or just to be funny, right? Wrong situation, or even through a text, right? You think, hey, they're normally like this. Maybe they're having a bad day. What does that do? It creates negative fire. So even little comments like that, just stay away from, unless you really, really know who you're dealing with and that sort of stuff, and aware of your situation, because we should be aware of each other to the point where we understand when we know what we can do, right? When you're aware of everything that you can do in any situation, then you're doing pretty good, right? Because you're never infringing upon somebody else's feelings. You're taking everything that they're doing into consideration. Okay? Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect at that, but what I'm saying is that you start just right away in the morning thinking like that. Hop right out of bed, and it makes you feel great, right? Just to be an expert at doing great things, right? Now, I'm not going to say that I'm perfect at that or anything like that. What I can say is that right by myself right now, as I'm practicing, practicing how I'm going to be when I interact with people. That's how I get on the internet, and I hop on Facebook, and I talk through WhatsApp, and I use texts and phone calls to kind of give me an idea of how I want to deal with people in the real world when I get to that point. Because at this point, you realize I've just been at home, but I'm making all this effort to create that positivity, right? So by next week, when I finally release myself to the wild, right, going back, I'm gonna go handle some things. That I'll already have a lot of practice, a lot of confidence built in myself, and it will show. It'll show because I've already paved the way for me to be accepted in a positive way. They'll be like, hey, I'm really proud of you. I'm really excited. So am I too. But see, appreciation goes both ways. All things go both ways, And instead of reciprocal, me to you, we'll just say it's cyclic, right? I want this result, and it comes around, and whoever it affects, it still comes back to me in a good way. But anyways, that's how I start my day, and it's a good way to start yours. But 4 a.m., good way to start the day.